What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Today is episode 6 of our Mercury through Sign series, and we'll be discussing Mercury and Virgo. So what's Mercury? Mercury is our analytical intelligence, how we read, how we write, how we memorize things, our overall intellect. Mercury is also our communication style, how we interact with others, how the words sound coming out of our mouths. And Mercury is also our skills, more specifically skills by hand. I got an email from somebody saying, when I mean skills, does this also apply to hobbies? Yes, but I always like to think of skills in the sense of, because Mercury is always so, close to the sun, that your skills the skills you gain in life add to your uniqueness, okay? What's Virgo? Virgo is a sign of service. It's an earth sign. It's ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is at home here. And Virgo is all about the details. And this Mercury has a lot of potential if it doesn't get bogged down by all the details. So let's get into it. Now, Mercury's back in earth. And one thing you'll notice with Mercury in earth signs is that in terms of learning, the person is very practical. They want to know exactly how they can apply what it is that they've learned, on an everyday basis. We're just coming from Leo, where Mercury was like, okay, how can I take what I've learned and creatively express it? And, with Virgo being ruled by Mercury, this is the feminine side of Mercury's orbit, okay? Whereas in Gemini is the masculine side. So instead of energy going out, it's coming in. So this Mercury is much more receptive. It's gathering information and, wants to know what to do with it. And whether you realize it or not, you're considered an intellectual, because the detail and care that is put into communicating makes you sound sophisticated. It doesn't really matter how you flip it. Even if inside you're nervous all the time and you think it may not be sounding well, it always tends to come out right. All right, and it's a lot smoother in the sense of getting your point across. Gemini, or Mercury in Gemini is much more of a salesman. They will entice you, give you every which option why you should purchase this thing. Mercury in Virgo is giving you the details. They're letting you know, if say it's a car, they're letting you know, hey man, this thing has a V6 engine, it requires an oil change every so often, da-da-da-da. They're really breaking it down for you, giving you the ins and outs, okay? Now, one thing I noticed, and it's also been said that Mercury is exalted in this position. I never really agreed with that, but I can see, why they say so. But one thing I noticed about the communication style of this Mercury as well is that it can sometimes be agitated, say you have a Leo sun with this Mercury and Virgo. Leo, wants to be well liked, and they're more conscious of their social interactions. So they may not really want to belittle someone with their intellect. So it makes them a lot more conscious of how things come across. But I noticed that when the sun's in Virgo and Mercury's in Virgo, the person can't help it but, show their displeasure when someone just doesn't quite get what they're communicating, So this Mercury can be agitated in communication, or, as normally say, quite critical of others. But like I said, in between with Sun, and then say you have a Libra with Mercury and Venus, they're going to be much more conscious. Or if it's harshly aspected, they'll just be known as, a critical killer. Somebody who's always saying how they feel. Alright? But like I said, this Mercury wants to know, they want to have practical use of whatever it is they're doing. So I always say, if you are looking for, because remember, on a deeper level, archetype for Virgo is the servant. If you are looking for a secretary, an assistant, okay, and you got some knowledge of astrology, make sure that person has some type of Virgo influence, more specifically Mercury and Virgo. Because, like I said, they want to do a good job, right? They want to be of service. They want to look for the details in things. So, you know, these where Mercury and Leo may not be satisfied or find their niche because they want to be constantly stimulated, this Mercury is capable of holding down a job for 15 to 20 years, you know, just catching the flow of the routine. Alright? So, I would say for this position, seek to find your niche. Do something where you can organize things, right? Put this position has a gift of recognizing patterns, okay? So there's a number of things that can be done here. What it does for what I've seen, you know, really intellectually, is that, especially in comparison to other Mercuries, like a Mercury in Gemini, this is a much more mathematical Mercury. This is much more mathematical. So, you know, things as far as, you know, being a banker, financial advisor, accountant, these are all things up that alleyway, okay? Kind of like tedious work, right? And then let's say we have some Aquarius influence here. This can incline a person to have a scientific kind of mind, okay? Easy, you know, easy when it comes to chemistry and things of that nature. So like I said, whether you realize it or not, the world sees you as an intellectual. The next thing with this position, where, you know, it's a really, really cool thing, because Virgo is about, you know, health and self-wellness and self-improvement. I would say 70% of these people with Mercury and Virgo are some type of health guru, whether they be vegan, whether they be vegetarian, nutritionist, okay? This is all up this Mercury's alley, all right? So whether or not they even do that for work, health and wellness is a huge part of their life, okay? As a hobby, they also are inclined to yoga and things of that nature. Now, with that said, I want to speak on Virgo energy causes a lot of thinking, okay? And Mercury rules the nervous system, okay? More specific, Virgo rules the intestines, but Mercury itself rules the nervous system. And health, I believe a lot of health problems arise from, you know, too much stress in here. And more times than not, this Mercury will complain of some type of ailment, right? And like I said, I think a lot of this can be caused by overthinking. So I highly recommend for many Virgo placements, meditation, yoga, Tai Chi, something where you can play to the opposite sign, which is Pisces, and you know, lose yourself from the day-to-day hustles of the world. Because this, like I said, this Mercury is very dedicated. Now, just to touch a little bit more on the sun sign combinations, for Leo with Mercury and Virgo, creatively, this has the ability to take your creativity to the next level. All right, because Mercury's here. It's the hands. The hands are active and they know exactly what they want to do. So I've seen countless times Leo sons with Mercury and Virgo who paint really well, who draw really well, do something with animation and creatively like that. So there's so many possibilities for Leo sun with this exalted Mercury. Virgo, like I said, you're the real quote unquote, pardon the pun, servants, the zodiac. You just want to get in, find a job, make a living, and be able to take care of the day-to-day. Okay, so possibilities are endless for you. But like I said, office work or something that is consistent where, you know, you can use your ability to dig into the details is greatly appreciated. Libra with Virgo, with Mercury in Virgo. These are, you know, these can be your psychologists, right? Your therapists, social workers, okay? Coaches, managers, okay? With Libra, you know, relating to the arts. These are normally the directors, okay? There's a love for art, and then, you know, think of in the artistic process, who really does like the dirty work, right? These cinematographers, editors. These are great combinations to use your Mercury with, okay? So for the Libras, go towards the arts, interact with others. Use this Mercury to, you know, satisfy your need for partnerships with people. It's a great, great, great thing. So overall, I love this Mercury. It is at home, right? But like I said, be mindful. Don't think too much. You know, play the Pisces a bit. Although you work hard, take some time out, you know, just to release and escape. Okay? So guys, this is my episode for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so. If you need a reading, email me. Until next time, peace.